Yo, what up, YouTube? Is Ra. Let me holler at you real quick. It's time for you to detach from reality, my friend. It's time for you to learn how to walk away when something or someone is no longer serving you. Understand that you can't go through life being controlled by your emotions, being led by your emotions. Are you controlling it or are you letting it control you? You got to be able to walk away at the drop of a dime. At the drop of a hat, you got to be able to walk away. If something ain't serving you, if someone disrespects you, if something is putting you in a vulnerable position or a bad position and it's going to lead you astray or lead you down back to the pit, you got to be able to walk away. Whether it's a loved one, a family member, whoever it is. Because whatever you're attached to, if you cling on to that thing and you put yourself in a vulnerable position where you can't let it go or you want to allow yourself to let it go, it's going to drag you down along with it. And people know that they can take advantage and use you however they want, whenever they want, however they want. And you don't want to be that person that's led by feelings. If you see something and you know what's wrong, if you see something that you know what you saw and you know what they're doing, and they not there for you how they say they are, you have to walk away. It doesn't matter if it's been, you know them for 6 months or 6 years. You gotta know. It doesn't matter what the relationship was or how it was. You know what you saw. So you have to detach from that. You have to be able to detach from whatever it is at any point. And it ain't gonna be easy. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy to just walk away like that, but it's gonna be hard. But it's better you do it now. And let's say you cry, hey, shoot, them lead you down the pathway and you lose. You cry for a couple days or you cry forever. So you lose today, you lose them or you lose everything. That's how you have to look at and view the game of life. It's better that you lose them than lose everything that you work so hard for, because they don't care. You'll give them everything and they'll look at you and say, hey, but I didn't ask you to do that. It means nothing to them. They'll drain your energy and be on to the next one. So you gotta know how to detach. That job, that person, that lifestyle, whatever it is. Whatever is leading you down astray, you have to detach from it. You eating bad, you got to detach from it. Bad people in your life, that's trying to lead you wrong, detach from it. Whatever it is, you got to know, okay, I can't do this anymore. I have to let this go in order to move up, to climb the next run, to make it to the next level. So it's not about just leaving people behind or these people are on your level. It's not an ego thing, Because 9 times out of 10, you want to bring these people with you. You want them by your side. If you had an ego, you would have been dropped them. So it's not an ego thing. It's about they ain't on the same wavelength as you. They don't want the same things that you want. And sometimes people are simultaneously doing things that are causing you harm. So you got to be able to detach from that person. Detach from that thing, whatever it is. Even bad habits, self-sabotaging, like self-destructive tendencies and patterns. It's not just people, it's everything. You being distracted by certain things. I don't know, you watching, you scrolling on social media too much, you eating bad, you're not prioritizing your health. Those are things that's gonna hurt you. So it's not just people, it's everything. Whatever self-destructive tendencies or energy vampires that you're dealing with, they gotta go. Whatever's draining your energy, it gotta go. It could be stuff that you're doing to yourself. That gotta go. And like I say, you have to know how to walk away. And some things are going to take time. But you might not be able to do it all in one day. But here's the thing. If you put little by little, day by day, little crumbs working on that, to do that, when it's time for you to do that, when it's time for you to face the music, you're going to be ready. So yeah, I understand Rome wasn't built today. We know that, Shoot, it's going to take time. But the longer you put it off, the harder it's going to be to do so. The longer you put it off, you're like, I can't do that. I don't want to do that. Whoop-de-whoop. I can't do that. When it's time for you to face that music, you're going to crumble. You're going to fall. You're going to lose. Detach. Even if you don't believe it, put out in the atmosphere and say it. And remember this. When they're done using you, they sure had no issue walking away from you. When they were done and they had no use for you anymore because they weren't getting the same things that they were getting, soon as you take it away from them, watch how they act. You know, it's like telling the kids time to go to bed. They mad. They're not getting what they want. They want to stay up. Soon as you take away the access, soon as you withhold access, watch how they act towards you. Now you know, oh, you didn't want me. You liked the access. You liked what I was bringing to the table. You liked what I was giving you. Now that I've withheld that or taken that thing away from you, now I'm no good. Now I'm the bad guy. Now I'm doing too much. Now I'm evil. So notice, once you take away access, watch how they act. You tell a kid, no candy. You tell a kid, no, it's time to go to bed, none of that before bed. Oh, you can't eat that. That's going to spoil your dinner. They're mad at you. I don't want to do that. Whoop-de-whoop. See? Then you took away access. You was or let's say you were the person that paid for everything every time. Now you not that. You like, wait, hold on. I'm always paying. Oh, you doing too much. You being cheap. Whoop-de-whoop. Now you the bad guy. See? So understand that once you detach from that, you'll realize who your friends are and who your enemies are. And sometimes the people that you deem your enemies weren't really your enemies. And sometimes the people that you deemed your friends weren't really your friends. Sometimes we got things mixed up. Just because you had bad run-ins with people doesn't mean they have it out for you. So understand that. Don't look at just your past experiences. Look at what's going on in the here and now. Don't let what happened in your past dictate your future, because things aren't always what they seem and things aren't always what they appear to be. There's a lot of people who have masks on that are saying one thing and doing another. But once you detach from all that, once you put yourself in a position where if it goes well, cool. If it doesn't go well, cool. You won't lose. You meet somebody, y'all chopping it up, y'all cool, and you put yourself in a position where, hey, if this person winds up being my friend, or this person winds up being my spouse, or this person winds up being my partner, business partner, whatever, that's great. If they don't, that's great too. You're not clinging on to those negative emotions. You feel it out, you go within, and okay, is this good or is it not? Will this work out for me or will it not? So don't cling on to those emotions. Because once you do, you let your emotions lead you. And now your head's not in the game and you're not in a good mental health space because you're not thinking with clarity. You're thinking with what I feel right now. But once you sit with that emotion, you sit with that feeling, you realize, whoa, that wasn't what that was. I was just in the heat of the moment and I felt a certain type of way. But now you acted out on a whim and what's done is done. And now you can't take it back. But if you feel it out and you detach from that and say, wait a minute, is that really how I feel? Or is that just my ego talking? Is that just my emotions talking? I need to check that. Understand and differentiate the two. Sometimes, okay, that was what that was. But I'm not going to let my emotions get the best of me and make a false move or make a bad choice. So do I need to detach? Do I need to check that? Is that really how I feel, or am I just in my feelings? Because there's a difference. So remember, if it goes well, cool. If it don't, cool. Don't let no one get the best of you. Because once you let someone get the best of you, now they know they have power over you. And then you'll lose every time. But hey, it's Ra. Like, comment, subscribe, like if you're new. We growing family. I love you, family. Woo woo. And you got this, homie. It's already yours.